Hello, Rick. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
Hi, yeah, sure. My name is Rick. I'm 27 years old. I live in a very small village in the south of the Netherlands. I joined the real world somewhere beginning this year, and yeah, right now my main focus is on the AI and automation campus.
Mhm.
And
Okay,
yeah, that's
that's interesting. A small village south of the Netherlands.
yeah.
So I want to actually begin with what kind of opportunities do you have there, and what was your life like before even having joined the real world?
Well, of course, you have the internet, so you have a lot of opportunities in that way. But yeah, there's not like really big companies very close to where I live. So most of the clients where I started with, I searched them in Amsterdam or other cities in the Netherlands that are a little bit closer by, that are a little bit bigger than this, without only farmers.
Indeed, indeed. And what made you decide to get into the online space for money making instead of trying to search for something more local?
Well, I've always done it online, so
Hmm.
it's the first thing that I tried. I first started off as a freelance designer, I would say 7 years ago, and that slowly evolved into getting in touch with social media management, marketing, and eventually AI and automation.
Mhm. So you were involved in several things beforehand, having joined the real world, correct?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Explain how much you had scaled it up until the point you joined. How were things going?
Well, up until the beginning of last year, I just had a design agency together with a friend of mine, and we were making, I would say, 10K a month, 8 to 10K a month. And we decided to merge our companies together with a friend of ours who had a marketing agency. So we were going to combine the clients and upsell each other's services to create a bigger company. And that's actually why I joined the real world. I wanted to know a lot about social media management, marketing, and I thought this is going to be the place to learn it. Uh, while doing that, we actually grew the company from 2, 3 people to 8 people. And then I was like, okay, now I'm at the point where I really need some systems and really create a structure for myself. So that's why we started to implement AI, and that really allowed us to grow because we have several clients that are very repetitive. So it's very easy for us to grow in that way. Something I couldn't do when I had a design agency, because that's all custom work,
Mhm.
and things I'm doing right now are very, very alike for all the clients, very structured.
Okay. So interesting that you joined for the purpose of social media marketing, but then ended
Yeah,
up just doing AI automation. So
yeah,
let's
it
get
completely
into.
shifted. Yeah, the weight of the company itself also really shifted from selling AI and automation instead of selling social
Mhm.
media management. Yeah.
So let's get deeper into that. When you
Yeah.
began with AI automation, what did you actually implement from the lessons taught within the campus?
Well, it first started for me with experimenting with Zapier. I wanted to do simple
Mhm.
things such as when a new email arrives for perhaps a design project, I wanted to have the brief very clear. And if there was a very unclear brief, I wanted to have it automatically email me back. And I found the email outreach uh, lessons in the campus, and that really helped me set that up. But I found out you can do so much more complicated stuff than only simple one-to-one tasks. The courses really show that it can be like a reaction of like 20, 30 steps that all follow up on each other. Uh, so that I really took away from the courses.
And then in terms of implementing, did you implement it into your own business or did you just start reaching out to clients straight away and trying to land some?
I first started to implement it into my own business because I was like, okay, I really want to grow this company. And I think we can only do that if the systems can run by itself, if we really have the option to scale without hiring additional people, because we were already a team of 8. And yeah, it's pretty difficult to manage 8 people when you started with just 2 people 6 months earlier. So I was like, no, let's take all the parts of the company, see what is possible to automate or have AI enhance it, and then start to grow.
Mhm. And in this case, would you be able to be more specific on which components of the company you automated?
Yeah, so for me, it started out with social media schedules. We do that for all our clients, and at this point, I've managed to make a bot together with someone else who's in the real world, actually, Tocha. We made a like an agent that can make a complete schedule from scratch. The only thing we do is insert a couple photos into a folder, and every month it creates a complete social media planning with captions, information from websites, specific information from clients that they emailed us that month. It gathers that in like one folder. It creates a whole schedule. It knows if there's like holidays or special days on the days that the post will actually go live on Instagram or TikTok, something like that. And it just delivers it into our email box. And it started out with simply uploading an image and having like a proposal for a caption. That's what we wanted to go for, and then it just escalated into this whole agentive AI thing that completely does everything for us at this point. So
That
yeah.
sounds pretty insane. So just to clarify, they make the AI does the captions from scratch, just creates it, or is it just compiling everything together you already have?
So we made like a fine-tuned GPT at first to have a tone of voice per client. We link multiple databases, like everything that is scraped from the website. We have Vision analyze the images, and it combines it all together. It looks at in which country the client is, or if there's like a holiday or some other special thing going on. It knows information about the company, when it was founded, who worked there. It can recognize people that are working in the pictures. So yeah, it combines all kinds of information, and it even has like randomizers for the structure within the captions, or if it's like a question answer thing, or like a problem solution structure, or just a simple fact, or it's like a funny statement. It can randomize it all together, and in the end hustle everything so it feels really human and random, and it's not every month the same
Yeah,
thing over and over again, so people won't notice it's happening in the back.
that's pretty insane. I'm
Yeah,
listening
it
to
was
that.
also
Yeah.
pretty complicated. We worked for like I would say 3.5 months on this thing, and now it's working, and you can easily copy paste it for any business. I think for restaurant, bowling center, hotel, whatever. Yeah,
Wow.
it will work.
Yeah. So let's get into that now. How did you actually go about pitching what you do to new clients, and how did you find new clients?
So what I did was not pitch it to clients. Actually, I had a lot of clients that I already did the social media marketing and stuff for, and I really expected a lot of people to not accept AI. Like people are very skeptic, and I understand that. So what I did was I implemented it for 2 months without telling them, uh, and then I showed them like, hey, we didn't do anything in the past 2 months. We can do this with AI, like social media wise, but we can also do it. We've built a tool that does your marketing campaigns. We have built a tool that can make contracts. We have a tool that can make, etc., etc. So that's how we went about it. Like we first proved it without them knowing, and then we were like, "Are you interested in us just dropping by, showing what we've built in the past like 6 7 months?" And see where we can implement stuff, because if you already have like step one, it's easier to go to all the other steps, but it's that like first step that really people are really opposed to, and I can understand that. It's new, it's not personal.
And how did the clients react to you telling them that?
uh well, yeah, it's like magic or something. They're like, oh wow, I didn't know you could do that. They know you can use ChatGPT, and they know you can write like a funny poem with ChatGPT, but they didn't know you can like have it do autonomous tasks in the back, or make like complete schedules, uploading it, interact it with different softwares you use, linking everything together. uh,
So,
it's very
uh,
niche. Yeah.
and what are you able to reveal your pricing to those clients for the different AI automation services you offered?
What do you mean?
Or oh wait, okay. So to clarify, was everything still the same pricing? You just automated it, or did you
Yeah.
charge differently after having automated it?
No, we kept it the same, and we were like, okay, we can uh, scale up a little bit for the same price, because we really appreciate you going on this journey with us and allowing us to have like first AI clients, because we can eventually start pitching this to new companies in the next year. Uh, so yeah, we rewarded them in a way that we gave them more social media posts. We have uh, community management added it, because we can do that all on like autopilot. We don't have to do it ourselves. We have complete bots that do all the interaction, and we automate email inboxes for them. For instance, if it's like a restaurant, you automate the whole reservation part. If people email for allergies, we gave them something extra as like a thank you for having us implement it at their company.
And to clarify, did you get new clients after having done that, or are you in the process of getting new clients for it now?
We're in the process of doing that. We want to really launch our AI agentive AI company in January, and right now we're finishing up the website, and we're making sure that we have like 3 4 solid products that we've tested for a couple of weeks slash months,
Mhm.
because we don't want to be like, oh, we can make a simple schedule for you. No, we want to have an agent that you can apply into your company that can literally do everything for you. You can interact with it can be 100% automated if you want to have that. So we will really want to have something very solid that feels like a game changer for them, instead of having very simple fragile things that you could have made in Zapier or in make.com.
Makes sense. Very interesting. And how did that result in you scaling your company then? Since you're still working with existing clients, did that lead to more income, or is it still the same, just less work?
Yeah, so in January, we're again with 2 people instead of 8, and we can do the same amount of work that we did with
Mm.
8 people. So I want to use my own company as an example, like, hey, I've managed to reduce the amount of people that are working from 8 to 2, uh, and we still do more clients than we did before.
Mhm.
And they all still have the good results.
Right. So basically, way higher profit margins now by doing it this way.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's super efficient. Yeah.
Are you able to reveal what, in terms of profit, you're making now compared to the about 10K you said before?
Yeah, I think right now we are averaging around 35K a month, and that's with just 2 people. So
So that's insane how much cost you can cut.
yeah, it's
Wow.
really insane, because I think AI wise, if you add up all like software tokens, credits, etc., I would say I use up like 2,000 euros a month, and that's not even the cost of having one person work at our company before.
Mm. So I'm wondering what how do I say this? What kind of people did you have working for you? I guess they weren't from somewhere like Philippines, where people would usually outsource to, like Philippines, probably Pakistan, some other places. Like to get cheap, labor. I don't know how else to say.
Mhm.
You give work to them. So in your case, where did you get people from? Because it sounds like, as you said yourself, they were expensive to be doing the job they needed to do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they were all Dutch. They were local. I've known them for years,
Mm.
and they wanted to work at our company, and that really helped us grow, which was really nice at the beginning. But yeah, hiring people in the Netherlands, of course, is expensive, and we had someone. We had a photographer, which we still have, because that is really difficult to replace, of course, a good photographer. We had like a copywriter, we had like an account manager that is in contact with all of our clients, making sure everything is still running accordingly. We had someone for Facebook ad campaigns. Yeah, we had different types
Mm.
of people, and that applied for all the projects. But
All right.
yeah,
Makes sense. So yeah, paying salary in the Netherlands for technically fairly advanced work definitely adds up, as
yeah,
you can
yeah.
see.
It puts a lot of pressure on you as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another issue, I guess. If for whatever reason that person can't complete the job because something came up in their life, then that causes issues for you. But that won't happen with AI.
Exactly. And AI can work 24/7, something around that.
Yep,
So
yep.
that's also yeah, the possibility, the scale is really nice, and also knowing you can really rely on it and it will always be consistent.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter if there's like a lot of pressure going on, if there's like rough deadlines that can really impact it when you're working with people, of course.
Yeah.
And that pressure being away is also really nice.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm wondering, you're 27 years old, making 35,000 a month. Is that split between you both? I guess you and your business partner, right? Split that.
Yeah, from January it will be. Yeah.
But currently, is it all your profit then and not split yet?
No, no, no. I own the company with two other guys, and everybody is still working there until the end of December. So right now, I'm still paying everybody, and
Okay, 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 okay.
January it will be just the two of us.
Got it. So, with the situation you're in, how different is your average day now compared to maybe 2 years ago, let's say, or before you joined the real world?
How my life has changed. Well, of course, the work that I'm doing is very different. Before I joined the real world, I was, yeah, in Dutch you call it like trapped within your own company. You are just doing the work all yourself. And when I joined the real world, my main goal was to scale at a pace where I can be above that. So I'm not constantly working myself, doing all the graphic design myself, creating the ads, writing the social media captions. So that's why I wanted to join the real world. That changed my yeah, daily activity a lot because I'm more uh, project management instead of really being a graphic designer, for instance.
Mhm.
And right now, I'm more or less building systems, really looking at how to optimize every facet of the company. So yeah, it's an ever changing process. I'm not sure what I'll be doing in a year from now, but yeah, it will definitely be very interesting.
Mhm. And how did your parents react to what you've done? Because I guess you have been doing this for 7 years, as you said yourself. So
Hmm.
probably working online was no longer something new to them because they probably knew about it
Yeah.
already. But I guess with how you've scaled it, what are they thinking? Did they know?
Well, I'm not really talking a lot with them about how I scaled it or anything. They just find it really funny that every now and then I'm doing something completely different. And they're like, "Oh, now you're doing this again. Okay, now you're doing the AI again. I thought you were creating posters for artists as a graphic designer, and then I was doing social media management."
Because I
That's
believe you
more or
do
less already.
stand out quite a bit, especially with south of Netherlands, in a village south of the Netherlands. From what I know, Netherlands culture is mainly focused on 9 to 5. That's what most people there know. So doing anything outside of that, is that considered? Well, weird is the only word I can think of, but is it considered weird, or are people around you used to that?
No, yeah, it's not weird at all. Actually,
Oh,
no,
nice.
there's yeah. I think Dutch people overall are very ambitious, I guess, in a lot of ways. So no, it's not weird at all. The only thing that people find really weird is that I'm doing so much with AI. That's
Mm,
the only thing that's weird to them. But
nice,
I can understand that. Yeah.
nice, nice. Okay, maybe I had a uh, misunderstanding. Well, misinterpretation because of the friends I have, and then I think one of the quotes he says that Dutch people have is it's something like being average is already crazy enough. It's like something
Yeah,
like how
yeah,
does
I
it
know
go?
exactly what you mean. Yeah, that is very true. People do say that a lot. Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, in
But
this case, I mean, you're going completely outside of that, so I assumed it would be weird for some people.
yeah, definitely. And at the beginning when I started working online, which was like 7 years ago, I was working a lot in Amsterdam instead
Mm.
of here. So I've surrounded myself with more people that are also uh, not having a 9 to 5 job. So maybe it's also like the people that I know or that I spend a lot of time with. Uh, and
Okay.
maybe it's also an age thing. I think
Okay.
the older people are the
Right, right. I'll move on to plans then. You said you don't know what you'll be doing, but what is the trajectory you're heading towards? So let's say in short term, medium term, long term, what vision or goals do you have?
Well, my goal for next year is to really focus on automating as much as possible within my company to later on sell that to other people. And the goal for me would not be to replace anybody at any company. I want to enhance companies, make sure they can, like, repetitive tasks can be eliminated. You can do so much more work with the group of colleagues that you already have. Take off some pressure for people. That's something I really want to do. I really like the challenge of going perhaps to a big company and do like custom projects where they are like, okay, this is the complete process we do. Um, Work your magic. What can you do with this company to make it as efficient as possible? Something like that would be really cool to do, I think.
Very cool indeed. So can you get a progress update on that once it does happen? You said you're launching January, so once you do get that client, I think it will be a good time to do a follow up and yeah, just document your progress, see how you're doing. And now
Okay, that sounds good.
to wrap everything up, I'll ask a final question. That being, since you learned or the AI automation journey for you began
Mm.
in the real world,
Yeah.
what advice would you have to people who are hesitant about joining because they're thinking for $50 they might get scammed?
Yeah, the main advice is, what if you get scammed for $50? Like, if you get scammed for like $1,000, okay, I can imagine being a leap. But what is $50? And of course you're not going getting scammed. I mean, the tutorials and lessons that are there are very, very in-depth, more in-depth than anything you find on YouTube or whatever. It's also a very active community. Like, you can always ask some of the teachers, they respond within minutes. That's not something that is happening on like YouTube comments or whatever. So it's so valuable, even if you want to learn for like 3 months.
Yeah,
You learn so much more than you can do on the regular platforms.
and in the end it does just come down to how much work you're actually willing to put in because all the resources are there and the rest is up to you.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, it's so true. Yeah.
Okay, and we can finish up that. So yeah, Rick, doing amazing. At 27 years old, already earning, as you said, about 35K, but the scale here is insane. So from January, once you launch with actual products on your website to showcase, because I think that's what many people will be hesitant with. So it completely makes sense. Probably other people are trying to do AI automation and are outreaching to new clients. They're probably thinking, well, what kind of testimonials and case studies do you have? Because to them, it's all new. So they want to see some kind of
Yeah.
proof of it working. So it completely makes sense that you're building a website, showcasing exactly what you do, and having products already ready to provide once you launch. I think that would lead to insane scale. What, 100,000 per month? Like for sure by the end of next year, probably earlier. No, completely possible.
I would hope so. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna implement all the products that we create on the website, like a demo version where you can interact with, like an automated email inbox or a social media agent where you can just type something and it will appear on our Instagram page, so everybody can post on our Instagram page from the website. I hope it will at least get some interest with our clients, so they want to reach out. And yeah, we're just gonna aim
You
for that
need to
100K
change the
by the end.
language, Rick. Stop saying
Hmm?
hope. There's no hope needed there. It will work. Don't even say I hope.
Okay, let's go for that. Yeah, it's gonna work.
Yeah,
We're gonna do it. Yeah,
good. All right, so Rick, great speaking to you. Look forward to the follow up interview. I think that would be a very good one to do. And until then, I wish you all the best.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for having me.